wako vizuri, pamoja na Asareca. Tutaendelea pamoja na Asareca.
Agriculture is a major source of income for many people in rural Africa, and for some, it's the only means of survival. Poverty and lack of adequate knowledge and skills in farming have caused food insecurity to remain at emergency levels in most parts of Eastern and Central Africa. To address these regional challenges, a non-profit association to strengthen agricultural research in Eastern and Central Africa, Asareca, was established in 1994 to deliver and impact scientific knowledge, technologies and policy options to drive the sub-region towards eradication of hunger and poverty. Asareca is an African-led institution which operates in 11 countries of Africa. Those includes Burundi, Rwanda, Democratic Republic of Congo, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Sudan, South Sudan, Tanzania and Madagascar.
We really want to transform the agriculture sector in this country. In these countries, in the 11 countries. So we are looking at transformation of agriculture in this region so that agriculture moves out being a way of living, being a work of what they call it is something that is for the poor, from being subsistence agriculture to an agriculture where people are making profit, people are making money, which is like any other enterprise.
The association brings together scientists from national agriculture research institutions in the member countries to address common problems faced by farmers in the region.
At the National Semi-Arid Resources here at Serere, this is our sorghum breeding block, where we generate a lot of new varieties of sorghum responding to various challenges the farmers are facing in sorghum production. And the challenges are, one of them, the key one is drought, and then another key one is striga. These are the main two problems farmers are faced with. We do this in collaboration with other institutes and in other places, other organizations in other parts of the country and the world and the region as Africa. Now, the good thing is that actually that is what I could call that the coming in of Asareca as a regional body. The regional body is putting national research institutes in various countries together. And that is the process that is helping us a lot because we are now sharing germplasm. There are some striga-resistant lines from other countries, Sudan, Kenya, Uganda here, and Tanzania. We are putting all these materials together to be evaluated in the different countries and eventually want them released.
One of the strengths of Asareca is the ability to work in partnership with various national and international organizations.
ICRISAT is one of the International Agricultural Research Centers, is a key collaborator, and with the ICRISAT Institute participated right from concept note development to proposal to full proposal writing, and even in the implementation ICRISAT has a role to backstop wherever the national partners would need capacity from the International Institute. And so far, we have been doing quite well. The collaboration and the partnership is very healthy, and we look forward to having more projects that have a regional approach to address a regional challenge.
Asareca supports various projects across East and Central Africa. In Kankina village, southeast of Burundi, potato is the main cash crop. But over the years, potato yields have been decreasing because farmers did not have access to quality planting materials. Scientists supported by Asareca have trained farmers on how to select and produce high-quality potato seeds. The project is rolled out in 3 provinces of Burundi.
The design of this technique is to have in each farm to have at least one seed plot, and at the harvest they will divide this harvest into two categories. One to establish a new seed plot, and another one to have a big main plot, so that they can, from the main plot, they can have potato for consumption or for selling, while in the seed plot they have the seed for the next season. And also this technique, the positive seed selection, have shown a yield gap of 50% per season.
Daishi Menedoa is one of the women farmers empowered by the new farming skills. Coming from a community where women have no right to own land according to customary law, she has overcome these barriers through the sale of potatoes.
Before, I used to plant seeds which were poor in quality. The yield was low, but since I started using these techniques from Asareca, I've already made 1 million francs. I have a phone too. I used to walk barefoot, but now I have shoes. In fact, Asareca came at the right time. We are no longer facing poverty or hunger. We have managed to develop ourselves because of these potatoes. I was able to buy a cow, which gives me milk and manure. I've even bought a piece of land.
Another successful project in Burundi is the intensification of climbing bean. Beans are an important source of food and income for many families, with estimated consumption of 50 to 60 kilograms per person per year in the region. Climbing beans need staking to support their vertical growth. However, the wood sticks are expensive and scarce. Asareca and Isabu scientists are working with farmers to adopt cheaper mechanisms that could be used to intensify their yields.
The bean varieties that we planted before brought very low yield, and each year the yield continued to decrease. It was very disappointing during harvest time. We could not get enough for the family. But now we have received improved varieties and learned new staking options. We have seen the impact. This season I had a good harvest. I'll be able to pay school fees, buy school uniforms, and even dress well.
The integrated management of water for productivity and livelihood security is a project implemented by Asareca's partner, the Kenya Agricultural Research Institute, KARI.
Where we are is one of the project sites for the Kenyan component of the project, because this is a regional project that is being conducted in 5 East and Central African countries. So in Kenya, we are doing it in Machakos and Makindu. So in Machakos, we have picked on Mwania watershed as one of the project sites. We started this work in 2011, and Mr. Ngei and his family is one of the over 200 households that we work with in this watershed. This is naturally a food deficit area. They have been relying on government relief or government support for as long as anybody can remember. So we came in to see if we could make a difference in terms of making food available, making them generate wealth, using the resources that they have.
Before, it was not like this. It was flat. When it rained, all the water was running down to the river, leaving the farm without water. But after going for the training, I found out that if I make ridges on my farm to trap the water, like I did before planting these maize, you can see there's a difference. I have trapped the water which used to go to the river, and that's why my maize is good. There is a change in farming because of this new technology.
For my survival, I am a zero grazer. I keep animals with my wife Nalongo. Now we feed our cows on napier grass. So this is the napier. How to harvest it? We use this panga and we cut right down.
In this project, we are addressing the challenges due to climate change, mainly the feed, the water and food shortages, and then the increased labor burden plus poverty. So the major objectives of this project, first of all, we are promoting drought-tolerant forages in order to improve feed availability, milk yield, and household income. But we're also looking at water as life, so we are improving availability of water for both domestic users, crop and livestock production. We are also, because we are aware of the smallholder farmers, they produce vegetables, and so we want to ensure year-round vegetable supply by promoting nutrient recycling and the value addition and irrigation. Then at the end of the day, we also want to communicate all the research results to the other stakeholders, because we want the technologies to be disseminated in the 4 regions, in the 4 countries.
I started planting these indigenous vegetables in 2008 after I got the seeds from Naro. I'm able to grow the vegetables all the year round thanks to the availability of water. I grow a locally known vegetable called nakati, and I'm able to harvest the vegetables twice a week and take to the market.
Peter Daki is one of the small-scale farmers in Uganda who has implemented what is now referred to as the excellent mix. In addition, he makes feed rations such as nutrient feed blocks, hay and silage to supplement the livestock feeds.
Formerly, we did not do well because we did not have enough technology, enough knowledge about keeping animals. But when Asareca stepped in, almost everything changed. We got new technologies of keeping animals, we got more milk. Animals got better than they used to be because we could keep them healthy. From the milk we got, we could support our children to school. We could now reconstruct. This is a new building from the endeavors of keeping these cows.
Cassava is ranked as the second staple food in Africa after maize. The crop is an important food security crop and has been classified as poverty fighter. Its potential is undermined due to emerging pests and diseases. Asareca has been working through research scientists and other partners in the region to control the spread of the disease and develop varieties that are resistant to the disease.
If you look at this one carefully on my left, this is the normal cassava leaf. This is symptom of cassava brown streak disease. When you chop it, you see the rotting.
The cassava brown streak disease poses the biggest threat to the crop in the region.
For the regional dimension to be realized, it is Asareca that should make it real. Otherwise, it will stagger because countries can easily begin doing things like their entities, national entities, unless they come together and then see that we have a common problem. We sort it this way. And we started very well by the prioritization exercise, and we're moving on.
I'm grateful you have come to see what we do here. After the training by Nasari on sorghum production and value addition, there was a tricky weed called striker. So we learned the tricks of managing the striker, including crop rotation. At the beginning, there was high production of sorghum, and we started to think of the best way to utilize the surplus. That is how value addition came about, as you can see in front of you. Today, as you can see through the value addition innovations, we have managed to improve our income. We have also diversified the use of sorghum into various food varieties.
Transforming lives is what Asareca aims to achieve through its work in Eastern and Central Africa. Its unique structure and good understanding of the region makes it able to deal with problems facing the agriculture. However, to reach its full potential, there's need for continued support from donors and national governments to enable it enhance regional collective action in agricultural research for development and promote economic growth, fight poverty, and eradicate hunger in the region.
Pamoja na Asareca, taendelea. Pamoja na Asareca, watoto wasoma vizuri. Pamoja na Asareca, sana kuwa rahisi. Pamoja na